Hey Roy, here she is. She's dirty and nasty because I ain't used her in a while and hadn't cleaned her in a while. Her, him, however you want to call it. This old box right here I made it as temporary. And I was going to make something that looked a whole lot better later, but I never got around to it. So I made this engine cover to keep the motor out of the weather. I did it real quick when that first time we took it to the Tennessee mountains in that video you saw me working. But anyhow, so this can be redone, or you can keep using it like it is. It's ugly. I didn't paint it. I was gonna, like I said, make it a lot better and paint it. But anyhow, so this is the normal setup for it. So that's the normal width, and showing the tape outside of the tire to the outside, it's 5 foot 2 inches roughly. So that's the tires width. And then on the front outriggers, this is the normal width of it. But now if you look, you'll see that I got these parts turned upside down because the points normally are on the bottom side, because they go in the ground to help stabilize it and hold it in place. But just moving it around the yard, so I ain't scuffing up and digging up the yard. Until I get to my dig location, I walk around with the flat part on the bottom side, so I ain't digging up the yard so much. But anyhow, so the normal outrigger width, as you see, is about 8 foot. Maybe 8 foot and a couple of inches to add to it to be safe, but it's basically 8 foot. So we got 5 foot and a couple of inches on the wheels, and then 8 foot if you want to add a couple of inches on the front. But that's just the normal width. I can make it smaller. And now your length of it, going from the tip where the tow hitch part will be, to the front of the bucket. It can be made to curl up smaller, but to help brace it, I usually put it down. But anyhow, so that's just say 13 feet right there. Well, my tape sliding on me, but it was at 13 foot. But of course it can go less than that. And see those pieces there, I welded those in for support because I saw a lot of videos where they were breaking off because they weren't welded on real good. And I also beefed up the original factory weld some. I even put those gussets in there. I did that on each side. It came with different pins, and I put these pins in it because the other kinds of pins, from what I saw on videos, were wallering out the holes. So I got these pins here to, there wouldn't be any movement on them. And it's got a ball hitch that goes here. This ain't it. I just stuck that in there for the heck of it. So that's not part of it. I got a ball hitch that goes on there. It bolts on, or you can weld it on or whatever. I didn't want to put it on there permanently to move it around. So that's why it's not on here right now, but I do have it. But it also is a 1/4 inch ball, 1/7/8, something like that. Yeah, I was gonna put a 2 inch on it. But I have that to go with it, and I was gonna extend it out further also before putting the hitch on there. Yee doggy. And of course the seat, I don't leave the seat on it so the seat don't get messed up. But let me see. Alright, now let me make it as short as I can to show you that. Okay, there's also this way, which is the way in which I hauled it on my trailer, because even with the outriggers out like they were, it was too wide to go on mine, so I had to turn them in. But on mine, when I did it though, I did have this part pulled back to where I had the pin in the hole. But right here, I got it shoved all the way in as far as it'll go on each side. just to shorten it a little bit more. But I did put the pin in that one. And there's 3 holes there you can go with as far as like how far you want it out, but I got it in the hole so it's as furthest out as it'll go. But you can shorten it because it's got 3 different holes there. As far as the back tires, I thought I could slide them in further, but when I tried, I didn't realize there was actually a stop point there. So it'll only go in about another inch on both sides without the pin in it. So just say roughly 5 foot wide is about the shortest, smallest you can get it on its width. But so that's it on the width, but I'm going to try another way in which maybe it'll work. Oh, and for this other scenario I'm about to try, I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but there is like a tiny little wheel right there. Now I think you can see it. Tiny little wheel on the back side. So you can detach everything from this, and if you're on hard surface, that wheel will be able to move around for you. It wouldn't work on dirt. You just basically be dragging it. So, but I'm doing this as an example for it's being done on hard surface, like say your trailer, and there'll be the wheels or nothing won't be here on the backside. So let me get that done, see what it looks like. Okay, here's the other configuration I guess you could use for hauling it on your trailer. This is the smallest I can get it as far as width goes. So there's no tires, wheels, no brackets on the back. It's just on the ground basically. It's right now it's sitting on that 4x4, but basically it would be on the ground, sitting on that little wheel in the back. On the front, as you can see, the outriggers, they're just sitting here leaned up against it. And the wheels, they're in the front position, and they're slid all the way in. They're slid in to the point to where they're touching each other inside the shaft there. And there's no pinhole, so there's no pins in it. Right now they're just sitting there in the hole, touching each other as far as, so the wheels are as far in as they will go. And that measurement is say 4.5 foot. But I can give you 4'8" as a little bit of play, and that's the smallest as far as width wise it can go. So there's your measurements. Hope that helps. Maybe it fit on the trailer you was trying to go thinking of putting it on.